Mike DeWine is the Attorney General of Ohio. Sir, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's start with these new charges. Are you trying to send a message?
You know, the victim continues to be victimized. She has been victimized by the act itself. She's had to go through the court proceeding. But you know, it's been horrible for her family to look at these things that have been posted. And so, you know, freedom of speech is fine, First Amendment is wonderful, but these two individuals crossed the line. You cannot, under Ohio law, threaten to kill someone.
Let me ask you this.
And we're not going to tolerate it, and we're not going to put up with it.
The defense attorney for one of these young women said that, in fact, she does not know the victim and did not send the message to her. And she says that basically prosecutors have overcharged here because of the scrutiny. Your response to that?
My response is we're sick and tired of the victim being victimized. You know, we have to protect the victim. We're going to take whatever action it takes to protect this young lady. You know, imagine going through a rape and then having to see things on the internet that are totally obnoxious. And now, not only that, now she is threatened and her life is threatened. No one should have to put up with that.
In fact, you are also convening a grand jury looking into whether there are additional charges against additional individuals that may be appropriate. My question to you is, I know that in Ohio it is a felony to fail to report a crime. Is that the most serious crime you're looking into, or does it go deeper? Is it more serious, a potential cover-up?
Well, just one point. It is not a felony, unfortunately. It is a fourth-degree misdemeanor, which is a very low misdemeanor, to knowingly not report a felony. But we're looking at everything. I think I owe the Steubenville community two things. One is to try to get this thing over with as quickly as we can, but two, to do it the right way and to leave no stone unturned. I think people need to feel that justice was done, and that no one was obstructing justice in any way. So our investigation in the grand jury, which is really a continuation of what we've already begun, we've already interviewed 60 witnesses, but I felt, based on my experience as a prosecutor, that we needed to conclude this by going to a grand jury where we can bring witnesses in, where the citizens of Jefferson County in that grand jury can sit there and listen to that evidence. And that's what we're trying to do, to see whether or not there's anyone who obstructed justice, who failed to report a crime, or in any way violated the law.
Couple quick things. Do you have, as prosecutors often do, a particular target in this grand jury investigation? Specifically, are you looking at the football coach here?
No. I think that would be a mistake to think we're looking specifically at the football coach or coaches. There's 27 coaches, actually, on the football team, for the football team. But we're looking at every aspect of this. I mean, the rape case is over with. These two individuals have been found guilty. I think that was the correct verdict. But we're looking to see, was there any other crime committed surrounding this rape? And we're not going into it with any preconceived notions, and we may come out with indictments and we may not. We'll see where the evidence takes us.
All right, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine, thank you for your time this morning, sir. We appreciate it.